Hello beautiful people of the world, welcome back to my kitchen. This is Loki. Today we're going to be making a Nigerian stew. Ever since I had stew in my first trip to Nigeria many years ago, I haven't stopped eating it since, and I've been working on this recipe and it came out perfect every time. Nigerian stew is rich, it's full of flavor, beautiful spices, and it's used in a lot of dishes that we make here in our home. So let's get started. Our fresh veggies, we're going to use about 15 to 20 tomatoes, but it depends on your pot size. We have a Spanish onion, a red onion, some sweet peppers, a Scotch bonnet pepper that you would use depending on how much heat you want. These things are hot, and some fresh ginger. My first thing is to chop up my veggies, and you can do a rough chop, it's okay because you're going to put it in a blender anyway. Here we have our beautiful chopped up veggies and tomatoes, and as you can see, some of these tomatoes are very full of juice. So what we're going to do is take them and squeeze some of the juice out so that the stew is a little bit thicker and not so watery. This will reduce your cooking time. We'll add our tomatoes to the blender with the rest of our veggies and fresh ginger. It's full here, so I'm gonna chop it up and make some more space. Add your fresh thyme, a generous scoop of garlic, and your Scotch bonnet pepper. For me, I'm using half, but if you like spice, add the whole thing. It's very spicy. Chop it up. This looks and smells amazing. Here's our big old pot on a medium heat. Add some extra virgin olive oil to coat the bottom, about 1/4 of an inch, and let that heat up till it gets to temperature. The amount of oil you use depends on how much stew you're making, but don't be afraid to add too much. You can always drain it off later. When our oil is ready, we're going to take a handful of both kinds of onions, drop them in the pan. How do you know the oil is ready? It sounds like this. Add our tomatoes. Please be careful when adding tomatoes. The oil can come up and splash at you, and it hurts. Give the tomatoes a good mix. We're going to set the timer for 30 minutes so that the tomatoes can cook down, and please give it a stir every 8 to 10 minutes to make sure that it's not burning on the bottom of the pot. If you have a medium flame, this should not happen. The tomatoes already smell amazing, and I cannot wait for this to be finished so I can show you the final product. Put the top on and let it do its thing. See you when I get back. 30 minutes, guys. Let it cook. Let it take the time to cook and break everything down so it's beautiful and amazing end product. Don't forget to stir, guys. Don't forget to stir every 10 minutes. Our 30 minutes is up. Put your flame to a low to medium heat. We're going to add our paste and sauce, 2 cans. But if you need a bigger pot, you can add 2 paste and a few more sauces. Give it a good mix. This smells amazing. Now we're going to add our seasonings, salt to taste, curry, pepper, ground turmeric, 2 seasoning cubes, and last but not least, 2 bay leaves. Bay leaves complement any dish with tomatoes in them. Give it a good mix. It's on a medium heat, and we're going to let this sit for an additional 20 minutes. This stew is very versatile because it goes into a lot of our dishes. Jollof rice, some of my soups, and it's just great on its own with some white rice or yam. So we make a lot of stew in our home, probably about 1 big pot every 10 days or so, and we can also freeze it for use at a later date. So let's put this for 20 minutes covered on a medium heat to continue cooking all the deliciousness. Please don't forget to stir on occasion to avoid it sticking to the bottom of the pot. So our 20 minutes is up, and this is the last step in our beautiful, amazing, flavorful Nigerian stew. So here I have my pre-cooked meat, which sat in the pot for about 25 to 30 minutes, and I have cow skin and I have goat and oxtail here. The reason why I didn't put the meat in before was because I don't want it to be too soft, because it's going to cook with the stew. So let's put our meat in the pot and give it a mix. Keep it on a medium heat for an additional 15 minutes so you can get the flavors of the stew into your meat. If your stew's too thick, you can add a little bit of stock water to loosen it up. And if it's too sour, you can add some. I'm adding a little ginger here and test for salt. Close the pot and let it sit for another 10 to 15 minutes. Friends, this is our final product. This is our rich, delicious Nigerian stew. It cooked for an additional 35 minutes. You can serve this stew with rice. You can use the stew to make jollof rice. You can eat it with a side of yam as shown here. Please, whatever it is, enjoy your beautiful, delicious creation that you made. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you'd like to see me make next. As for me, I'm about to dig in. So thanks for watching my video. Share the love. Dalu.